My mother's always done Christmas. She does it so well to the point that my mother's like, you turn up, she's like, and you, oh, it's like a duck on water or a river. And you're like paddling so fast in the water. One top, she's like, hi. How are you doing? Cuddles, kisses, see you in a bit. It's like, do you want help? No, it's okay. That's okay. Into the kitchen, bang, 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 bang. I can't do this. Yeah, exactly. So, I love it. Absolutely love it. So, Christmas is my favourite time of year, as you probably have guessed, and I literally will go all out. And I have a strong belief I never give to receive. If there's any gay men on there, no puns intended. However, one thing I love giving presents at Christmas, and I know Christmas is not all about that, and especially this year. And this is why I'm doing this, because this year is about everyone, and we see everyone as family. I thought, as in our own family and our own network. I'm a bit believed right now. COVID is a situation that we're a community, and right now, a lot of there will be a lot of Christmases, not actually cancelled, but very different this year in the way we stick to the rules and the regulations and try not to spread this virus any more than they're already ramping up like it is. And as you probably well know, I went through a bit of a time in March and April. And unfortunately, when I started that group, Matthew was a wonderful star with the rest of the team. They eventually had to carry on the group over me through my own personal circumstances. And I'm going into lockdown this time, and I'm going into lockdown with my buddy, my bubble buddy. So we're going to have some fun. So yeah, cheers everyone.
Alcohol.
Night 74, no food. Anyway. So, chatting way too long. I'm just running some challenge because if you are mixing at home, which some of you are, and I know you haven't got a kitchen aid, then you might be taking a little bit longer than usual. This is why our kitchen aid is so good. Anyway, so let's get the fruit. Okay, you would think, look at the two size bowls, hopefully you can see those. That one's bigger than that one. Okay. This is why you always, if you're a TV presenter, or whatever you do, you do one first before you film. Hence, because you realise that might be a bigger bowl, but never put the fruit into the mix, put the mix into the fruit. Look, let's miss you. So.
You also don't have alcohol on show on a live TV show.
No, you don't. This is what's so good about it. I'll probably get this will probably get taken off air.
Imagine if Blue Peter was like this.
Oh, Blue Peter now.
They're all pissed by the time the
I'm
cake's
sorry, I'm
made.
past all that. I was swearing all the time.
The cake's done now. Let me just
Okay, it'd be like Patsy in bloody thing. Darling, do you know what? I nearly did it. You don't dare me to do nothing because I would have put my face in it just for a laugh. Anyway, I just realised where I was. I do apologise.
People have got to eat that.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought mum's got to eat that. So again, look at me. I'm struggling, and there's no way it's going to happen.
Oh, we've got another.
Mix it in with the hands, girls and boys. Get it in there and mix it up.
Annie Barter says,
Hi!
Alright Richard, how have you been, love?
Oh, roller coaster like everyone, love. Like I said, COVID's been a strange one for everyone. Making new friends, this one, because I had to, and it's been a tough year for all of us. And I hate to use the term, I've had a tough year, because we've all had a shit time. And all I can do is try to make people's lives a little bit brighter. And if I make people's lives brighter, it makes me happier. So hence, keeping myself busy, getting messy, and enjoying getting to know you more over the social media side. However, Annie I know from dancing, and I miss ya. We danced over the years, and we've done a bit of drag, haven't we? That was fabulous. And he said, women doing drag? Yes, women can do drag. And they do it better sometimes than males. Anyway. Right, so let's wash your hands. As you can see, I've just mixed the fruits and the treacle together, and all the eggs and the sugar and the butter. So right now, you should have this wonderful mix. And this is the point. You're going to add your little zest and your lemon. Okay? Into the cake. And the last but not least, with all the mix of the spices and the flour, the chocolate, the cocoa powder. I'll say chocolate because I get excited by chocolate. And then you do one more mix in. And is anyone getting that? I'll tell you what, I feel like, what's her name? Nigella? Lawson? Oh my god, this is so saucy. It's really sexual, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to tell you, it's like, yeah, get it in there. Get those hands deep, girls. Get that hands deep. Amen. Right. This I used to do. I tell you, I used to love bread pudding. And I used to make bread pudding. And my God, no mixer is better than a hand. Okay. So, if you're afraid to get your nails, if you've just got your nails done before lockdown, don't worry, mine are ruined. That's working in HR for you. Okay. You know what? Sort of stapling. Anyway, so give the hands one more wash. So that is you pretty much done now. So if you've learned anything tonight, fabulous. If you haven't, then I'm sorry. And if you want some alcohol, just grab some and get pissed and join us. However, who else we got? What else we got going on? I'm glad you're okay. It's been a rough, hasn't it? Hopefully Christmas will take the edge off a bit. With this fucking... with this one, I'm talking Gordon Ramsay now. Anyway, with this one, it will be. Probably.
You're on Facebook, so whatever swear word you say, everyone's probably heard.
Do you know what? I think next time we should... Annie, why don't you join me next time on a like joint live and we should do drag cooking or baking. Why don't you join me that? That was so much... do you know what? I'm really sorry. Sam, go and get the heels.
Oh, jeez.
This one's been trying the heels on. And he's like, I have what, over 40 shoes there, pairs of shoes, and some of them are heels because I've danced in them. Single ladies and all that. Anyway, going back to, so what we should be having is this lovely mix here. Okay, and that's, you should be able to pretty much pull it over your head. I'm not going to pull it over my head. Absolutely no way. But it shouldn't fall out. Okay, one is getting the shoes. We then have to make sure we get that into the tins, okay? And I'm going to have a lot of mix left over, so I will use a smaller tin as well. And I usually give that every year to someone random. Last year, actually, I gave it to Jen. Didn't I, Jen? And I don't tell anyone, I just give them that cake randomly. I have some special in my life, someone I know, someone drop it at their doorstep, whatever they will be. So I do enough for the family, and that's that done. That one over there is I've made for Sam's family for this year. So there's a lot of fruitcake going around, and then this spare one. So if anyone wants it, let me know. As long as you're close by, I can drop it off, or you can come and collect it. COVID pride, lockdown, all that lot. I might just have to leave it outside and hope for the best. Or post it and it might survive. Right, so let's clear this away. So next week, on Sunday, I think it's the 8th, as I said, I'm going to be icing all the cakes. I'll probably, by the time I go on live, I will be pissed, so I do apologise, but I still be able to ice the cake. I remember everything, by the way. And, however, it's really, really important, if you are going to ice your cake and marzipan it, then you know the techniques around it if you don't know already. And one thing I will show you is a little tip for you to use, and it's called a smoother. And if you have done baking before, if you haven't, I would probably say go on eBay and get one as soon as possible because it's a real great tool. Let me see if I've got it for you to hand. I didn't really think about having that. Oh, there we go. So this little baby is the smoother you need as a tip for you. Cake smoother, great tool, the most simplest thing, but it'll be a great tool for you on Sunday if you're icing your cake. It's the only thing I would ever recommend when icing a cake. Okay? We have our little tips and our little secrets, but something that's plastic and simple as that makes your cake look amazing. So have a look at eBay. If you can get it next day, or Amazon probably do it next day, if you're on Prime, ready for Sunday, get that done. That'd be awesome. So as I said earlier, when your cake goes in, it'll be 2.5 hours. Make sure you're on the correct temperature for your oven. I didn't realise after 2 years I actually had a fan oven. I thought it was an electric oven. Well, it is an electric oven, but I didn't realise it was a fan. Anyway, so I wonder why things cook quicker than normal. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we've anyone's got the actual round tins. This is so simple for you right now. You can shove it in and you'll be well away. Whereas I have to certainly painstakingly put this into each individual one. Remember, if you haven't, you need to line the tins up twice over. And a little secret that actually Karen knew, who one of my work colleagues, She said, is it true that you actually have to put newspaper around your round tin? And I went, yes it does. And you need to do that. It is true. So it stops the 2 layers going around the sides of the tin will prevent the fruit from burning. 2 layers underneath as well prevents it from burning underneath. 1 layer on the top, because you want this fruit to sort of soft cook, but you want to make sure that actually you have some crunchiness within the fruit. Well, I like it crunchy. I only put 1 coat on the top. And then the newspaper goes around the whole entire tin. So you need some string, okay, to actually put the newspaper around. Just don't put it in a coal fire or something, alright? Because the newspaper will just go up. So there's some little tips for you there. Fruitcake is a real delicacy when it comes to the fact of how you protect it when you cook it. Okay, I do highly recommend you just take care of it, because a fruitcake is a very expensive cake to make. I mean, I can quite categorically say I've probably got about £40 worth of mix here of different ingredients. And people go, you can get that for £10 at Tesco. Well, that's that £4.50 Lidl, £2. And I go, yeah, but you know what? There's nothing better knowing the fact that someone has made it. It makes it even more special, especially with brandy. If I wasn't on camera right now, I would be eating this mix, and I would quite easily be I don't want to say the word wrong, but probably I might save some just a Sunday and just eat it all, to be fair, in front of you. I love it so much, and my family got me into it, obviously from a very young kid. And fruitcake, you just can't beat it. And people say you can. You don't like it, Sam, do you?
Huh?
Sam doesn't like it.
Don't like what?
Fruitcake.
Oh god, no.
No, God, no, it's typical. Told you in the teens. Most like, oh, it's an old cake. It's awful.
Bananas are alright.
Do you know what? I've never done this before, but I'm going to try it for December next year. Experiment it. I feel like that woman out of Piccadilly. Do you remember?
Look how tall I am.
Marmite cake. You have to show your heels.
I can't fucking lift my feet up there.
Look. Do you remember these, Annie? Look, we're meant to be doing Christmas cakes here, and we've got heels on. Yeah, they're my stilettos for kinky boots.
Looking like I'm tall, like I'm...
Oh my god, I love kinky boots. Anyway, show's not on the West End anymore, but it's so successful, and I saw it in Broadway. Saw it in West End, and anyone who knows an actor right now, give them the support, because right now, any dancers, any technicians, any flight coordinators, production crew, anything like that, they don't have a job at the moment, and I know a lot of people don't, but trust me, there's people who are only just now losing their jobs, and they lost their job from the moment it was closed down, and I do feel for those so much right now. Because it looks like they're not going to be going back for quite some time. So our local theatre in Colchester are actually showing last year's pantomime, and they're actually giving all the proceeds to everyone who actually played in it last year. It's amazing. So I hope a lot of theatres around the country are doing that. And I'll be actually streaming it and watching it. So if you are Colchester based or you want to be in, just check it out on our theatre. Because trust me, £6. But I went to see it last year, and I have a field that's so beautiful, and they put up, while we were waiting for the new theatre to be built, they actually did a massive tent. When I say I like to call it tent, but it's like imagine like a circus, but it's so professionally done. And we had the most amazing time. Jen went, didn't you? And it was awesome, like a West End show. It was so good. I would highly recommend it. And check it out online. Take Colchester Merchant Theatre. Give it a try. So, as you can see from here, I've just placed it all into my little tubes here. But again, I'm going to show you once more in a moment how I've also put that into my round. Make sure you don't fill completely to the top, because remember, the cake does still rise, just not a substantial amount. One thing I don't do on these small ones is I don't put a layer on the top. Big cakes, I put layers on the top. So, I'll come and read your comments in just a minute, but again, this is the actual 25cm tin with the actual layer on the top, all ready to go, and to be cooked. And then I can put the newspaper around it with a piece of string, and that stops the burning of the fruit. And that's Blue Peter, eat your heart out. Okay. So as you can see, for me, that'll do me and the family for Christmas. However, I've got enough there to do another big cake, which then that's the one I usually randomly surprise people with. So I will bring in your bookings now and you can have it for free. Who wants it?
Just one safety tip, don't get it on your back.
Yeah, I've got it on my back, look.
Other side.
Other side, where we got? Oh, yeah, see there.
There you go.
Oh, we got Linda Pickers. Hello, Linda. Jenny's still online. Good, Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Joseph. Phil. Johnny. Hi, Johnny. It's going through Annie. Matthew. No. Yeah, Matthew's online. Love it. Fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you in a short bit. Is there any questions you might have for me? I hope you will join us on Sunday. Remember, when you do put it in the oven, it's 2.5 hours for the large cakes. So when you put it in a big tin, when you put it in a big tin, like that one, the 25 centimeters, it'd be 2.5 hours, okay? On a 140 for a fan oven, gas mark 3, or a normal oven, 160. Just also remember that actually, if you're doing the small little versions and you are an ex-baker or you are a baker or you do cakes quite regularly, in these ones, they will not take that length of time, okay? So usually about half the time these will take over a cake that size, because ultimately it's easier to cook with these because they're individually done, okay? So just again, make sure you check it regularly. It's not like a sponge where it's going to go flat and it'll just die, it just doesn't. So don't worry about opening up the oven, just don't open it too often. Maybe every half an hour, just check. And one thing I'll always say to you is, just underneath here, again, one I made earlier. So always work to get yourself some skewers and then prod it down. If your skewer in 3 different random places around the cake comes out clear, you got a cake ready, okay? If it comes out messy, I suggest you put it back for a little bit longer, okay? So again, any questions we got there? My question, do you strip to the US?
Do you ship to the US?
Ship to the US. I was going to say strip to the US, I was going to say, well, I'm not going to strip. I do that occasionally. Anyway.
You send the cake to the United States.
Well,
COVID.
Well, I'll tell you what, it might get there next year, not this year. No, I don't, to be fair. Who else? It was awesome Panto. It was an awesome Panto, Jenny. Yeah, absolutely. It was so good. I highly recommended. But any other questions you might have, please do fire away. Too much to drink? Oh, don't even go there. We've got vodka and all sorts sitting in there in a minute. I think that's what we're going to end our evening. But I've got work tomorrow, so I can't be too drunk. Shh. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope that gives you a bit of a steer of a Christmas cake. Like I said, it's all in the preparation. It does take a good couple of days to prep it, get it all sorted, and be patient with it, and take your time cooking it. It's a very slow process with this cake. Whereas a chocolate cake and a gingerbread cake, easy as pie. And we're going to be doing that coming up. So I am just prepping all the dates for those two coming up. I think I put the gingerbread one out online actually, but Sunday is your icing of the cakes. So hopefully you can join me. I will show you the fondant icing, and I'll show you the mix of a fondant icing, but I won't actually be putting that on the cake itself, because I'm going to be using my normal route is the fondant. But a lot of people have asked me around fondant and how you make it smooth and how you make it without, because a lot of people make mistakes by putting their fingers in it by accident and having like gorges into it and nail fingernails and things like that. This will give you some guidance, and I'll show you some tips around the spoon that will help things like close gaps or neaten things up if you don't already know that. So again, I learned these all over the years, not just through being a baker when I was 16 and trained in that, to then suddenly having a lady who taught me, who I'll never forget, was a close friend of mine, and her auntie just randomly asked me one day, I asked her, should I say randomly one day, I said, could you make my mum and dad an anniversary cake? And I was 16 at the time, just before I went into baking itself for a little while. And she said, no. And I said, I'll pay you. So she said, but? She said, you're not paying me. She said, you're going to make it. And I'm going to teach you. So she taught me, just once. And one of these things, you show me and let me do it, I will learn. And then she taught me for an hour how to do the secrets behind flour making, model making, and all fondants. And I stuck, because the secrets are so basic that actually, once you know them, you'll never forget them. So I also do some bit random stuff on Sunday, some snowflakes and different things we can do with fondant to do your toppings for the cake as well. And also, we've also, if you can't find you have the time, it's like Sam's going to done, gone to the local supermarket and bought toppings like that. If you can make them, why not? Okay. So thank you very much for watching. It's great to be back on the community page again, and like I said, going to try and make the most of it up until Christmas, helping you prepare for your Christmases, giving you some ideas around all the different cakes you can make, desserts that you can do within the family that you've got around you, and hopefully I'll see you back on Sunday. And this time, if you haven't got a glass of wine, have one with you, because I'm going to be having some more Di Serrano. It's my favourite drink. If you want to send it to me, just message it and I'll give you my address, it's fine.
It's going to have loads of boxes in the box.
So anyway, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And please watch it back if you need to look back at a later date. Because I know, Jenny, you're doing this week. Kate's done hers tonight. I can't remember, there's a couple of us. Janice, hi Janice. So a lot of people I know have been doing this and tonight with me, or going to be doing this in the next week. So send me your pictures in, let me see it, and also then once you've done that, hopefully you'll send me pictures in again after we've iced it, because it'll be really lovely to see your cakes. I'm not just doing it for the purpose of me, I want to see your cakes for what we've done for the recipe tonight, and we'll go from there. So, are we over and out, Sam? High five.
Thank you for staying tuned to Hell's Kitchen Nightmares.
You should have seen it before. I was swearing that was meant to work. Anyway, over and out. See you later, guys. Have fun and set up my wish list on Amazon. Yeah. Why me? I know. Anyway, take care, guys. Have fun and enjoy the fruitcake once it's done. But one little tip for you is on Sunday I'll tell you how to keep it and get it matured. So I'm not going to tell you that one. The reason I've told you about that tonight is because you're going to tune in Sunday to find out how to make that cake taste bloody fantastic for Christmas Day. And what I usually say is a tip, next year, if I can for you, I will do this again, but we'll be doing it in around July, August. And people go, what? Usually July, August is the best time to do your fruitcake and mature it by Christmas. It's a bit late now, but I've got some little tips to make it by Christmas Day. How you can get pissed. Anyway, what we got now?
You're going to do it for drink.
You are.
That's why all cooks cook.
For drink.
Because they get to have a drink in between.
That's why they're most alcoholics.
Look at Nigella Lawson.
Oh, well, there's another story there. Anyway, she's a saucy minx, and I can be too. Anyway, have fun, good night, have a laugh, and keep safe. And remember, try and keep away from everyone, basically. But smile. Because when I'm on a queue, I'm getting really, really pissed. Anyway, I'm chatting away, I'm getting on. Have fun, dinner, bye!